Hello and welcome to It's all about the different exclusive Lego sets that are available from these two fantastic Lego stores located in Billund, Denmark. Now, the big screen is the Lego house. The smaller screen is actually the airport in Billund, which is where you're going to have to go to if you're going to fly back out of the country. On the minute, every minute, the big screen will go small, the small screen will go big, and then we can just keep rotating between the two stores. But the plan is to look at the exclusive Lego sets like we are right now from the Lego house in Billund. Now, there's a couple of differences. The exclusive sets from the Lego house are not available from the airport shop, and the airport actually sells a different exclusive Lego set that you can only buy from there and you cannot buy anywhere else around the world. So that's things to take in and consider. And also, we'll have a look at the different prices because you can see you've got the Hogwarts there. If they had that in stock at the airport shop, it will be a slightly different price because you do get a bigger discount due to the fact of it being duty free, but it is lucky dip of what is available at that time. So if you're going to need to pause it and see the bits and pieces that are available. So now we are looking at the biggest stuff from the actual airport shop, and you can see that these prices will be much different to what is actually available from the Lego website. Now, you are allowed to get these on the plane. If it's a huge box, they'll put it in the hold or holdall for you for free. So obviously it's lucky dip depending on what the box condition comes back like. But then you do not get to use your VIP points, but you do get to use your VIP points at the Lego house. So it's one of those, if you're saving up money and you want to get something from somewhere, I think a lot of people end up just getting the exclusive Lego sets anyway, rather than getting the biggest stuff. But it is worth thinking about that the biggest sets you do get a huge saving on, and it is something that I am very tempted to try and do next time I go, because I want to get the Loop roller coaster, and I think it's more beneficial me bringing it back from Billund, and then I can experience exactly how easy or how difficult it is to bring a larger set back with me, and obviously the condition that the sets come in. Now, back to the actual house, you can see in the background, everything to the left-hand side is all of the exclusive Lego sets. So what you have currently at the time of me filming this is this thing just here. So you have the newer set. I have been in 2023, but they did not have the pirate, so which is a little bit annoying, but I've got to go back because I went to the Lego house before the pirate was actually released in 2023. But they do have a lot of sets available. So if you don't know what the pirate is, if you go onto the Lego website and have a look at this super scaled sort of minifigure model, which has just got the one with the red torso and the blue trousers, which is the exact same figure that is outside of the HQ or the university at the Lego. It is one of those where they have just done a copy of, but instead of it being dressed like that, it is dressed just like a pirate. Now, you can see all of the exclusive sets that are available. As we pan down, you can see in the bottom right-hand corner now that you do have a couple of others that are available as well. So you will have the Lego house, and you've also got the wooden duck, and you also have the brick building molding machine as well. So they are the other three sets that are available from the actual house. As we walk around, you'll see them. Hopefully, we'll go back to them. I got a very bad feeling the day that I was filming this, because obviously I've just picked two videos at random, that actually they had sold out of everything bar the newest set. But on the other side is where the actual house is located, because they do have an exclusive Lego house set as well. That thing's fantastic because it looks exactly the same as where you're walking around, and it has all the different colors and everything around the outside. So like I said, both of these videos are pulled at random. So every time you go in, it will have current stock and it will have different stock available. If you want to see these videos in much greater detail, obviously you can do, just get yourself over to the Lego store playlist and you can see all of the different Legoland parks dotted around the world. And also you can see these videos individually. And do you want to see more of the actual Lego house? You can do, because the Lego house has its own full playlist where we go around and we explore the museum and all of the other models, the massive dinosaurs and everything like that that are on offer. Now, like I said, where we are currently at the Lego house, you can use your VIP card and you can use your points to get sets. So if you wanted, for example, to get some of these Star Wars sets that we're having a look at, and we're obviously having a look at the Star Wars sets at the other shop at the same time, bear in mind it's up to you if you want to use your points and save money that way, or if you just want to receive a larger discount. So it's one of those which is quite difficult to figure out. Obviously, it's completely up to you which way. But let us know in the comments which one you would like to do. Because obviously some of the sets we are looking at now have actually been discontinued and retired. And they are worth an absolute fortune on the second-hand market. But if you can get yourself to a store and pick some of them up, you'll be very, very lucky to do so. So we flipped again now. So at the big screen, we are looking at the airport and we're having a look at some of the Technic sets. So you can see again, the Technic sets are a completely different price to what is available from the website price, because again, you're not paying the duty free. So it's one of those that I think maybe for the really, really expensive sets, so like for example, the UCS sets for Star Wars, because you do save yourself something like 25 or 30%, and then you might even get a slightly different percentage off when you take it to somewhere else. Then it might be very worth you while doing that, because I did see that Optimus Prime, I think I could have picked up for £60, I think is what it worked out to be, because it was in a sale, and then you also got a discounted price on top of that as well, but that was available from the airport shop. So again, comments below, let us know what you picked up from where, how easy was it for you to get back on the plane, and was it worth you doing, or did you just want to wait until you got back to your local Lego store? But you can see you have everything in both stores. You've got the castles, you've got all of the boutiques. You can see there, look, you've got the big Transformer one, the Prime that I was talking about. And then you've got all of the different modulars and everything like that as well. And what I do like that both of the stores do very, very well is that they have a lot of things built up on display. So as we're looking at now, we're looking at Prime, and you're looking at him in both modes, which is really, really nice because you can see it just sort of both ways. But again, when you're looking at the airport shop, you can see there is little Lego cubes dotted all over the place, and there is so much stuff built up from there as well. So you are really spoilt for choice with regards to what to look for. But like I said, as we start to loop it around the actual Lego house shop, we then should find the Lego house exclusive set, because that is actually all by the Mosaic bits and pieces. So there's lots and lots of different bits you can get from. And again, you can get the Titanic from both. You can get the big Loop roller coaster. You can get all of the football stadiums from both. Obviously, the castle has been retired, but I do believe there's a new one that's going to be coming out soon. The lighthouse, I think, looks absolutely fantastic, and that was really nice to see it on display. All of these currently, obviously, in a massive, massive sale, depending on where you go, toy shop wise, because the new ones have come out. So the second I can get back to Billund, hopefully in a couple of weeks, I will be doing an update stock video. And then I can obviously do this again, and we can have a look at all of the current stock, because it will be very interesting to see how the prices differ again, because depending on when this was filmed, this might be done before the price increase or after the price increase as well. Now, they have some other differences, is that you can see you've got a nice pab wall, so you are spoilt for choice again with all of the different bricks that you can get from the actual Lego house, and you can get so many different things that I've not seen dotted anywhere else, but you do not have that option from the airport shop. So you'll see that as we're walking around there at this point of filming, there is no pab or BAM. So you've got no pab stuff, or you've got no build a minifigure stuff either. So you can see how we flip from small to big. So you can have a look at that in slightly better detail. And it's just spoiled. There's so much stuff there, and it is a big wall, because it's a big sort of 360. Obviously, you got plenty of space to scoop out the different bits and pieces that you want, and that's just a nice thing to do. And then as you pan round, you will see that there will be a huge build a minifigure section as well. And they also have another difference at the Lego house. You can get your exclusive torso prints done at the one shop, but you can't from the airport. And obviously, you will have the exclusive Lego house torso print as well, which is obviously a really, really nice thing. So if you just wanted a one memento of being at the Lego house, because obviously it's not the cheapest thing to try and get to, depending on where you're flying from around the world, and you just wanted one little thing to bring back with you, you can then easily just get yourself an exclusive Lego minifigure, and you can just have literally the Lego house symbol, or the picture of the Lego house with the Lego house writing at the bottom. So it's an exclusive print that you can only get from the Lego house. And hopefully we'll get round to that as the screen goes back to big again. So obviously back to the actual airport. I think you have such a good selection from the airport, because obviously we're having a look now. We're having a look at all the large Lego creator sets. They have everything else, so in case you're missing it and you're flipping between one and the other, you can see that we had all the Star Wars stuff. They've got all of the Technic bits and pieces. They've got a huge selection of Lego City, massive, massive Friends section. Then they have all of the Speed Champions. They're very, very sort of grabbable just to put into your little bag. But you can see what I mean about the things on display. So you can see all the orange, blues, and everything like that. Now we're coming through some of the Ninjago and into the Marvel DC bits and pieces as well. So again, a lot of this will have changed completely. And the nice thing is that it's always on a rotation. So you can see there, look, that there are some big, older sets on a big sale. And if you pause it and work out what that is for the Danish kroner, if the pound is strong, it's worth actually getting it from here anyway. And then you've got the option then just to figure out exactly what is what. So as we flip back now, we're having a look at all of the architecture sets, which are available from both. And again, you've got speed champion sets that are available from both as well. And again, it's up to you, I guess, if you know that you want to get a load of stuff before you get on the plane and you have a huge suitcase, then obviously you're going to have to get some bits and pieces from the Lego house to fill up your suitcase before you put it on the plane, as long as you don't break the weight limit. But then at least you know that you can fill up one big bag and just get it put in the holdall, and then you can get some other little bits and pieces with a slightly larger discount as well. So, like I said, I think I'm going to try and bring the Loop roller coaster back home from Billund next time I actually go, or next time I go to the Legoland park, for example. I would like to bring that home with me, just because it would be a nice reminder of all of the bits and pieces I've been saying for a long, long time now, that will be my go-to set to bring home. If you could bring one set back with you on the plane, what one would you pick? Because obviously I know some people might like the Home Alone house, or you've got the other larger sets, and obviously the modular sets are available. But it does seem to be from the actual airport shop, a lot of people tend to pick the much, much larger sets, because obviously that is where you get the more money knocked off. But then at the same time, I guess if you were at the VIP double points weekend, for example, and you're at the Lego house and then you start working it out, the points that you could get yourself 30-40 pounds knocked off the bigger sets just in points. So that's where it gets a little bit more confusing, because it might work out a little bit more like for like. But again, I think for ease for me, I would just bring home the Loop roller coaster from the airport and just give it a go. But you can see you've got all of the big Batman sets that are available from both at the time of this being filmed. And obviously, by the time I get back there, all of the newer stuff that will be out and about now, like the new Batcave that's just come out. So that'll be available. The Ninjago markets would be a good one to bring back, because again, you're going to save a huge amount of money on that. Now, with regards to the history, we'll keep it sort of like for like. You can see, just as we're panning around the actual shop in Billund, because obviously that is big currently, we're looking at the minifigures, just above, before we pan round, you saw the history of all the different logos, and that's a nice thing to stop and just read as we walk past some of the build and minifigure bits and pieces. So these are all the different torsos, and there's lots going on here where you can buy all sorts of different bits and pieces. But the difference with the actual one at the airport is they have a video that is very, very similar video that tells you all the history of the company. And obviously, if you just walked downstairs to the history basement, you can see that in person. So they are very, very much linked with regards to the history and heritage of the Lego house. But I do highly recommend, if you are going to stop off and just go to the Legoland park, if you get chance, just walk into the house, because you don't need a ticket for what I'm doing currently, but you do need a ticket to do and have a look at all the other bits and pieces that I've got available in the other videos. And you can just have a look at some of the sets. You can have a look at the theming that's on offer at the time, because obviously depending on when you go and what is on offer with regards to what's season, you can then see some different bits and pieces. But you can see here, you've got the mosaic maker, which is basically like a little passport booth that you sit in. It takes your photo, and then it gives you a huge amount of Lego bricks. Then you can sort of have your thing on built up, so you can see all the bits and pieces around the outside. I think you can have a couple of views. You can have like a group photo if you wanted to. But I said that both places do have good Duplo sections. They have very good Lego City sections, as you can see as we're walking around both. And I think you can literally just get anything. I don't think there's something that is not here that is at my local Lego stores, which is really, really nice, because I know some of the Lego stores are a little bit smaller and they don't sell everything, whereas I think both of these sell everything. I think they have the Monkey Kid in both as well, because I know some of that is quite hard to find and they're not available in all of the Lego stores, because I think a lot of them obviously just favor the Ninjago stuff because the Ninjago sections are so big. But you can see we're looking at the big Lego City bits and pieces, and we're looking at the Lego Friends as we're flipping between the two. So obviously the Lego house is big currently, and you can see all of the track that's available, all of the farm stuff. And again, looking at the stuff that is on display, if you wanted to stop and see it all built, you have a very good opportunity to do with both. But guys, we've got about 3 and a bit minutes left. So if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Again, comments below, let us know what you would like to buy. What is it you'd like to take home with you? And which way would you find it more easy? Because obviously, if you're a local, you're not going to be able to get into the airport shop that easy because you need to be flying out. And then obviously the problem is with that, you're then going to have to carry it with you all the way around before you fly back again. But what I will do is I will do a Lego airport comparison of a different video from Billund, and then I'll put the two different London stores that you can fly over to Billund together, so you can see just the difference with regards to the scale and size of just how spoiled we are flying out from Billund Airport, because the actual Lego stores at the airport in London are absolutely tiny in comparison, and they don't have much. They have maybe one or two little exclusive sets with regards to like Lego Windsor magnets and things like that, but with regards to having like an exclusive airport Lego set like we have a look at in Billund, they do not have that whatsoever. Now, the history of the Billund Airport is massive to the Lego Group and the local people of Billund. So that'd be why it is a sole exclusive to that store. And I would imagine they will not be making any more airport sets for the different airports around the world, just because they are now popping up absolutely everywhere. But you can see that 699 Danish kroner. We will get a better look at that in a second. I've reused that footage at the end on the big screen as well. And I've also found some footage of the other sets, so you'll be able to have a look at the box artwork better for the Lego house and the other exclusive sets that are available at the Lego house as well. So we've got a couple of minutes left, so hopefully you've enjoyed it so far. Let us know your thoughts below with regards again to what sets you would like to take home with you, anything that you've seen that you wish you got when it first came out. But here we go. So be careful with this with regards to the price, but I do believe it says 97 euros per one. But if you buy more than 3, you then pay 125.73 per set. Because obviously what a lot of people do is they buy more than 3 and they'll sell them on the second-hand market, and they are trying to stop that from people to happen. That was a relatively new thing that they added in, I do believe. Right, this is from a completely different month, potentially a completely different year as well. So this is where they had all the ducks in. Those wooden ducks are absolutely amazing. The history of that duck is extremely important. So if you want to find out more information about that, then obviously head over to the different playlists in the channel. And you have this amazing Lego architecture set as well. I love the colours on this Lego house. I'm lucky enough to have one of these. The brick comes off on the inside and you build up the middle piece. And then obviously we saw this one right at the very, very start. Very, very special tribute actually to the lady that's recently passed away for that. Now, again, if you could only take home one, what would you take? Would you take the Lego house or would you take the airport? But what you've got to bear in mind currently is that I do believe you can still get all 4 exclusive sets, because obviously the Pirate has just come out for 2023 and they all have numbers on the box, 001, 002, 003 and so on. So you could, if you went there for one hit, pick up all the exclusive sets and then just start a full exclusive set collection if that's your kind of thing, because you do have the opportunity currently to do it with all matching box artwork. But guys, that is it. I am done. So as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care. I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da.